So I guess, something must have happened, right? And it must have been pretty serious. But anyway, weird, right?
Wasn't sure I'd see you again.
Yep. That's the news. Back to the.
Do you have anything for me?
I'll take that as a yes.
Music.
Can't say I'm too surprised. You did get rid of Kellogg after all.
Here it is.
Not too much of a leap to take down a courser. How'd you manage to get it decoded?
I've made some friends in the Commonwealth.
Better you than me. Face like this, I'm not gonna make too many friends. You're not the only one who's been busy. I did the best I could. From memory and things I've overheard through the years. Came up with some schematics for you. Wasn't easy. These hands are ridiculous. Fine motor skills have gone to shit. Here's the symbol explanation. You need to build a device that will hijack the signal the Institute uses to teleport coursers, and send you instead. You know the craziest part of the design? That classical music station. That's the carrier signal for the relay. All the data's on harmonic frequencies. You've been hearing it all along. I want to be clear that this isn't my area of expertise. I was bioscience, not engineering or advanced systems or anything. For the record, I haven't made any promises, but if you can build this device and make use of that code, you should be able to override the signal from the Institute's relay. Can you? Can you build it? You have people that can help. This is a lot for one person, even you.
I got it covered.
Good, good. Because you've got to make it in there. For both our sakes. And don't you forget our agreement. It's my only hope. Now go on. Take these and get to work. You do whatever it takes. Call on whoever you know.
Thanks, Nose. I really need this feedback.
Protect and serve.
Staticky sound? Yeah, it means we should get the hell out of here. Hey.
I need your help with these schematics.
You're tied to this place, kid. Your energy.
Oh, yeah? What are they?
These are plans for building a signal interceptor to get inside the Institute.
The Institute? Why in the world would you want to mess around with them?
They kidnapped my son.
Damn. That's some bad business. Even for them.
I'd like to help, but you know my situation. I've got to deal with the immediate problems first. I haven't forgotten that you need my help. Remind me as soon as you found out what that settlement needed from the Minutemen.
Might want to flush your system with
Desdemona.
before your
Do you
hair
need
falls
something?
out.
I have plans here to build a signal interceptor.
So that's what the Courser chip was all about. You needed that frequency.
The Institute uses teleportation.
We've spent dozens of years and too many good agents' lives only to discover not a god. That the Institute could build something so... This is our top priority now. I want to.
Pam needs you in her room.
Ready to hand over the plans? This is the big one.
There you go. Let's see what we need.
Hold on. Who wrote this? Some kid with a crayon? Shit. Must have been a real big kid.
Oh, man! Molecular transmission via encrypted RF waves? Those Institute eggheads are crazy. And you can divert the signal using a heavily modified relay interception. Like a pirate broadcast, you know? That's intense.
I knew you could figure it out, Tom.
The plans cover all the high-end egghead shit, but they're missing a ton of engineering details. This bit here, the stabilized reflector platform, psh, by the time you finish that...
Nice work, Tom.
Hey, tell that to Carrington. We can scrounge up the platform. Where to build it? It should fit over at Mercer's safe house. Pam's already given that place. I'll flag some runners to deliver the components.
Pam wants to talk with you. She's in back. Tinker Tom's cooking up something.
Hey.
I hope it goes better than last time.
You got the platform built yet?
I did it. The platform.
And I filled in the blanks on the blueprint. The science of this monstrosity is wild. But there's 3 specialty items that you find those, and we'll knock down the gate.
Thanks, Tom. I'll find them.
I don't doubt it for 1 minute. After you get the gettables, meet me.
Another good one. Another good one from what about some Nicole? He's good, right? Can't go wrong. That's Nicole.
Scrounging around for 2 centuries with this ugly mug.
Automated surgery. What could go wrong? We got fun time incoming. Ah, the time-honored tradition of looting.
Unidentified intruder detected. Beginning search.
Someone dirty and disreputable, I shouldn't wonder. Beastly nuisance. Oh, back to the usual daily tedium.
Hey,
You called?
over here.
On it.
Going up. Basement.
Hey,
Sure thing.
go check that out.
Can't reach that, boss.
Intruder.
Lock tight.
Identify yourself.
Hey,
Yeah?
check it out.
What if I could?
Hold it right.
We live to fight another day. And night. Time for paychecks. I'm getting paid, right?
Alarm. Standing down.
Don't mean to make you nervous, but we're back in business.
Hostile target. Clear.
Son of a bitch! So, new business model. We team up with a mortuary. You see where I'm going with this, right?
Nothing to be afraid of.
Going up. Second floor.
Don't think I can pick this.
Going up. Basement. Not attempt to flee. Justice will be administered swiftly and fairly.
Oh, you're really good at this.
Stand still.
Too
and
good.
we shall begin.
I heard something.
Got him. Hold still, would you?
You ain't dull. I'll say that.
Going up.
Diamond City Radio, and I'm, it's me, Travis. Anyway, Warren Smith has a song about digging for uranium, which is, I guess, a thing people did back then for fun. I don't get it.
Hey there.
We need a metric ton of power to get this to work.
make sure this is on the same grid as the rest of the signal interceptor.
Tax benefit, folks. So here's something that happened in the Commonwealth that I have overheard from two people who I do not believe were drunk. There was that old asylum, Parsons, right? And it was creepy. And everyone knew to stay away from it. Well, I guess. And I thought, raiders attacked the place. I don't know why. But okay. Weird part. So now Parsons is it's abandoned, like totally. So I guess, I mean, something must have happened, right? And it must have been... Maybe, we'll never know. Anyway, weird, right? News. Yep, that's the news. Back to the, back to the music. Here's the ink spots again. With, it's all over but the crying.
Status report.
We got activity, Des. Not sure how long before it peaks.
What I'm about to tell you is the most closely guarded secret the railroad.
I like the name. Sounds encouraging.
There's a man, or woman, we're not sure, inside the Institute who helps synths escape to freedom. Dozens of synths owe him their lives. We don't know his name. We've never had a way to contact him. So we gave him the code name, Patriot. If your plan works, and you're able to get it...
How can I contact him if you know nothing?
Patriot devised a method to communicate. The plan hinges on us using this method to close the loop and contact him back.
Okay.
Tom's encrypted a message for Patriot's eyes only. Once he sees it, he'll contact you. Until you make contact, and probably after. Can you do that?
Bring it on.
You can do this. Stand on the platform and I'll give you... Tom, talk to me.
Booting up the scan sequence. This frequency is only going to work once. You know who doesn't make the same mistake twice. So stand still. You gotta lock in all those molecules of yours. Hopefully we won't miss any. There's only, 60 trillion of them. All right, feeding our baby some juice. Let's see what she's got.
Take this holotape. You need it to contact Patriot.
Oh, man, don't worry. That's all part of the plan. saying.
Tom, do whatever you can to gain their trust. Lie. Tell them what they want to hear. Make up a cover story and sell it.
Come on! I think I got it! Establishing lock on the Institute signal!
Just get all the information you can. About synths. About the Institute's plans. Find their weaknesses. If we can disable or destroy the Institute, we may have to do it. You jack that holotape into any terminal and Patriot will make contact. He has to.
Got the RF! We got it!
Find a way to save them. Nobody else can.
Now!
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Broken.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Can't pick this. Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Yes, it's me, your dad. I'm here, Sean.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Sean, open the door.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Sean, please, calm down. I'll get you out of there.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just... Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
Just... help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find you. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am
That was
your son.
Uranium Fever by by Elton Britt. Yes, right. Said so.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the... Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Sean. It's really you.
It really is. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
You don't remember. You didn't see it the way I did. It was brutal.
Yes, I'm sure it was. Sadly, the world has become a brutal, unforgiving place. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
I don't expect you to understand or agree with the decision. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
They need your help, Sean. It's rough up there, to say the least.
Oh, we've tried that. Surprised? The Institute once tried to help create a stabilized Commonwealth government. It ended in bickering, infighting. It was a disaster. No. We look after our own now. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. I know you've been through so much. I'm pleased to see it has not impaired your judgment. Forgive me. I'd assumed that after everything I'm sure you've seen above ground, you would be more than a bit biased against us. There is much to be done. You'll need time to acclimate yourself, a chance to become acquainted with our procedures.
I'll do whatever it takes. It's worth it.
I am glad to hear that. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's a...
Excuse me, Doctor.
I don't know.
Kidding. You really
Most of them
are
have
here.
lasted long
Well,
past
all
their
right.
projected lifespans.
I'm Allie.
If you
Allie
ask
Fillmore.
me, they were built
when
pretty
Father
well.
told us about you, I could hardly believe it. If you don't mind my asking,
I wanted to kill the son of a bitch who murdered my wife.
Kellogg always was a cold bastard.
Sure.
Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facility. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanic. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water. And the work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to...
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be... Take your time. Get yourself a... If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facility...
It must be a challenge to meet the power demands.
Absolutely. We've scratched... Over the years, we've learned a few... When necessary.
Sure.
Fortunately, advanced system... It's a good thing, too. You don't even want to know. I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thanks again.
Of course.
Time to examine my latest reports on batch 274.
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to
Hi,
I
Doc.
wonder how the Warwick family is doing.
So good to have you here.
Young
Dr.
Wally must be
Clayton
close
Holdren,
to 10 years old by
head
now.
of the bioscience
It's
division.
remarkable that
I
any
can't
child
wait
can
for you to see
survive
the work
for
we're
so
doing.
long up there, don't you
It's
think?
truly amazing.
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being. To that end, we've even started to... You probably saw the gorillas.
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't...
With hard work and ingenuity, I'm sure I've taken up...
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in.
Great. In any case...
You mentioned medical care.
In that case, you'll want to introduce yourself. He's our top biologist, and Dr. Volkert works in the infirmary. You won't find better medical care...
Undecided by Ella Fitzgerald. I know the feeling, Ella.
We're all
Dr.
looking forward to
Holdren's
working
Synth
with
Gorilla
you.
project is showing promising results.
Hey, so there's this bit of news that might interest you. If not, hang on a minute, and I'll go back to the music that we usually play. If you hadn't heard,
She's been at it for over
I guess
2
most people know
hours.
this, but maybe
When
someone
is she
didn't.
even testing?
That
Nothing.
the Green
At
Tech
this
building
point, she's just doing it
was
for
where
fun.
those mercenaries lived?
Excuse me, Doctor?
It's you.
Gunners!
You're here then.
That was like
Yes, I know who you are. We all do.
Don't worry. I promise I won't get...
Thank you, I do appreciate it. Oh, before I forget, I've been told to install a courser chip in it. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out.
And there's,
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, in case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the... If nothing else, it should demonstrate...
Sure.
Now, unless there's something else...
Uh-huh.
But that's just what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not.
Is everything okay, Dr. Lee?
Yes, things are... I'm sorry, I don't socialize.
Segue. Back to the music, I guess. I just broke what I was going to play, so I guess I'll play Danny Kaye instead.
Rushed work is sloppy at best and deadly at worst.
Doctor.
Since you're new here, you should take time to learn our safety rules. Create all...
Uh-huh. You sound like my 5th grade math teacher.
I doubt her rules. Failed to follow.
Right.
I had some...
Sounds good.
Take care then.
If you ask me, we're only scratching the surface with the latest synths. One day, I'll design a more efficient reactor to replace that old clunker in the basement.
Doc.
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted.
That's amazing.
Oh, well, a lot of... Anyway, I'm glad... I really hope...
Safety first. Remember,